What up, guys? We're going to get the show started pretty soon. Today's going to be fun. I'm really pumped about this one. We're going to be talking about old school forms. If this is the first time that you have seen the live stream, just stay tuned. You'll see my face in a minute. For those of you that have been here before, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share. All right, we're going to get started pretty soon. I'm just getting my stuff set up right now before we get going. Let me give you guys a little bit of music. Cool. Awesome. All right, we're almost ready to get rolling here. Please leave a like. I need some likes. I need some shares. I want some people watching. Today we're going to be talking about old school forms. Old school forms. What is your favorite old school karate form? All right, let's get started. Yo guys, what's up? Jacob Wolfman here. Welcome to episode 3 of Live with Wolfman. This is a new live stream show that I'm kind of experimenting with, and it's just here to talk about martial arts, talk about video, photo, all the stuff I'm interested in, you're interested in, and we're going to have some fun. We are talking about old school forms today, so what I need is your help. I need you guys to link up your favorite old school forms in the comments, preferably as a YouTube link. If you can't do a YouTube link, just tell me the name of the competitor, the year, and the form, and I'll try to find it on Google or YouTube, and we'll play it right on this live stream today. Sound cool? Cool. All right, so before we begin, I'm going to let you guys ruminate and figure that stuff out. There's a couple current events kind of things that I wanted to briefly mention before we get started. The first thing I wanted to talk about is just acknowledge all the people affected in Mexico from the earthquake yesterday. There's a 7.1 that hit outside Mexico City. I think it was about 70 miles outside Mexico City, but that's still a pretty significant earthquake. So just thinking about all my friends out there. Sounds like everybody related to Hyper Mexico is doing okay. But yeah, I know Mexico just got hit with the earthquake 2 weeks ago. It was at 8.0, 8.1, and it was like the largest in the history of Mexico. And they were also getting hit with a hurricane at the time. There's hurricanes and smash in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands right now, and we just had recovering from Irma, recovering from Harvey. Like, Earth is just kind of pissed off right now. So just thinking about everybody and all the craziness that's going on in the world. But on a brighter side, the other little news item I wanted to talk about was related to tricking. I used to be way more deeply involved with tricking. These days, I'm kind of more, it's just a piece of what I'm involved with. I got forms, weapons, fighting, all over the board, so I can't dive as deeply into tricking, so I don't always know what's going on. But today, I saw a cool video. Actually, I'm going to link it in the comments. It was the Tricking Battle of Japan 2017. And the video was by Plan Zero, Kyle Skelly. He's an awesome dude. He's a really great tricker, and he's becoming a really great YouTuber. So it's a cool video. Let me see if I can drop it in the comments here. Basically, what happened at the Tricking Battle of Japan is they built a floor at a mall, and they just tricked at the mall. And this is like a huge mall, multi-stories, so people could overlook the balcony, and they just got a huge crowd of just everyday people that had no idea what tricking was, and they got to experience it. And I thought it was pretty cool. And they flew in all these international top-level trickers, and they competed against each other, and they had fun, and it was just exciting to watch. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, today we're talking about old school forms, so please leave me in the comments what your favorite old school forms were, the stuff that inspired you as a martial artist to where you are today. So old school could mean anything from stuff that happened 5 years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago, preferably stuff that is on YouTube and I can pull up and we can watch together. I'm going to be sharing some of my stuff, and then I'm going to be sharing some of your stuff as well. Cool. So are you guys getting ready? You excited? Let's see what's going on in the comments section here. Oh, Cullen Benish is in the house. What's up, Cullen? Adam, 2003 forms are the best. That's right. Actually, no joke, Adam, when I was making my list of my favorite forms, I was going through and I wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking about, like, oh, this form was awesome, this form was awesome, this form was awesome. And my list is primarily from 2003. I think it's just like the time that I was like growing up, and I was just obsessed with martial arts to such a degree. Like I had like a encyclopedia of everybody's forms from that year because I was just so gung-ho about going to sportmartialarts.com and watching every video and, you know, cataloging it and storing it, and I built like this massive like collection. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, we are going to be talking about old school forms today, so please leave them in the comments and we will we'll get to it. Tarek says any Craig Henningsen form or Johnny Liskar form. Cool. All right, so let's see if I am smart enough to figure out how to broadcast. I'm going to try to broadcast a form on a live stream, which has never been done before. The first video that I want to share with you guys is like really old school. I mean, as far as video goes, this is a form that I discovered quite a while ago, and I've probably watched it 500 times. It's Kimdo, and a lot of you guys that have been around know of Kimdo, but this is like primordial Kimdo. This is before Kimdo was Kimdo. This is 1990. So I'm going to turn on my sound here, and I'm going to switch over to a new view. Let's go over here, and we are now in the year 1990, and the only thing I can't stand about this video is that some lady in the background keeps shouting Michael. All right. Yeah, Mike. But look at those kicks. Like, those 180 kicks both sides. Look at that front kick. No, I mean, nobody on NASKA can kick like that anymore. I mean, backflips are nothing these days, but back then, he was changing it up because martial arts was martial arts, and he's adding in dynamic acrobatics. This is before tricking was a thing. He did a straight-up gymnastics aerial. Everything he does is so clean and so martial about it. And, I mean, you don't see the spinning machine gun kicks anymore. Oh, hey, hold on a second. Jeff Doss. I don't know how to do this. I see Jeff Doss is in here, and I'm trying to get him in. Bam! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 tornado kicks in a row. And notice how everything is timed up to the music. It's a real musical form. You see how, like, man, that was legit, right? I mean, give me, like, drop some hearts if you like that, please, because that was awesome. I see...
George Strickland here, and I'm here.
Second, I see that Jeff Doss is in here, and I really want to figure out how to get him. Jeff Doss, if you're still here, can you please just say hi? Leave a comment, please. There's some hearts. Appreciate those. By the way, every time I'm looking over here, it's because I actually have my iPad here, so I can see the comments as they come in. It just seems to be the best way with this whole like system I got set up, because it's not the regular live stream. I'm being fancy with it. Cool. Yeah, Adam Kiefer's like, that form is from Sidekicks. Yeah, did they use that exact form? Kim Do later did go into a movie called Sidekicks, and I don't know if that was the exact form they used in the movie. I've never actually watched the movie, but yeah. All right, anyhow, moving on. We're going to jump on to 2003. I mean, oh, man. No. Pause at 2003. I love 2003. I don't know what it is, but let's do 2002 first. I know it's like the same thing. I'm going to show you two forms. This is like a legendary epic battle that went on at the time. The first person I'm going to show is Mr. Anthony Atkins. Everybody loves Anthony Atkins. So, just to give you a little background, what's going on, it's 2002 U.S. Open. This was back when everybody was still competing on carpet. This was like it's a different time. And basically, Anthony Atkins and Steve Terrata were the top of they just both killed it in this particular. It wasn't even runoffs. It was just a regular division. But these forms were they're just awesome. I've watched them 100 times. So yeah, from Sport Martial Arts here. That's it. The push, right? Super innovative movements for the time. Boom! Super crazy air. See, what I love about this time period of style is that everybody had a very distinct way of moving. They all had a very distinct style. Today, it's been processed down to be what are the most efficient movements, and everybody moves in a very similar fashion. Everybody trains together. They all move together, and so like two random people on the circuit can come together and do a team form because they all look the same. Back then, that wasn't true. Everybody was like, everybody had their own unique like look about them, and it was really great. I'm not knocking today's style or anything. I'm just saying like it was an awesome time. So Steve Terrata obviously killed it, right? Of course. So not only did Steve Terrata, Anthony Atkins. Not only did Anthony Atkins kill it, but so did Steve Terrata. Sorry, I'm doing so many things. I'm trying to like click and talk and watch comments at the same time. If you guys are just joining us today on the live stream, we're sharing old school forms. So as you're watching and you can think of an old school form that inspired you, just drop it in the comments. And if you can give me a YouTube link, that's awesome. Or if you just give me the name of the competitor, the year, the tournament, I'll just find it on YouTube and we can play it right here in the live stream. So we're going to go over now and talk and look at Steve Terrata, who also competed in the exact same division. They went head to head. I believe Steve Terrata won. I think it's controversial. Boom! Back then, that was huge. I think it was called the Dragon Ball Twist. I watched that 1,000 times in a row. It just baffled my 14-year-old mind. Or how old, I don't know if I was even 14. I don't know how old I was. I love Steve Terrata. Like, he doesn't even use like really deep or solid stances all the time, but it doesn't matter. He just has so much power and energy and creativity and flow. He has so much showmanship. Bam! Another huge aerial maneuver. Works the crowd. Triple flash. You don't do that. I mean, people don't even do that today very often. That was a great moment, right? Boom. Kip up? Who does kip ups anymore? Awesome. I mean, I could probably just play that form on replay on this live feed and get like all the viewers of martial arts to follow this show. Jeremy Epstein, music kid. Steve won the division. I was there. Yep. Yeah. Steve won barely. I think he just barely won. Cool. Cheryl Sanchez, where are they now? I love this idea of Mr. Wolfman. Well, as far as I understand it, Anthony Atkins is just running a school. Somewhere in the Northeast, I think, maybe Pennsylvania. I'm not really sure. He's been really quiet ever since he left competition, which was around like 2005, 2004 to 2006, sometime that era. Steve Terada, on the other hand, he transitioned over into dance. He joined this team called Quest Crew, and they became one of the most well-known like dancing teams. And he's also done some music video stuff. He was in like a Black Eyed Peas music video. He's been in he's done stunt work. Yeah, you might have seen him like shooting some guns and Crank, and like he's just doing the Hollywood thing, and you'll see him doing all kinds of things related to dance and stunt work and martial arts. And I mean, he's just a phenomenal athlete. He's like a creative genius with his body, so he can just bounce around from stunt work to dance to martial arts to tricking to all over the place. So he's definitely found a way to like be successful with himself. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the comments. What do we got here? Ray Parker, you got any Vince Johnson stuff yet? Hold on, Ray. We'll get some Vince Johnson. All right, buddy. We'll get some Vince. I just want to make sure before we do that, if there's any requests in here. Oh, here's one. I'm gonna do Collins. I pinned it. Sorry for the hold up here. Actually, I'm gonna transition my screen while I get my next screen set up, because I know people like tune in and out. So if you guys are just joining us in the live stream today, we're talking about old school forms. We're sharing our favorite forms that inspired us. So if you got a form that you really liked, drop it in the comments, and then we'll share it right here live on the air, on the Facebook airs. All right, so here's our next one. This was our first request of the day. This is from Mr. Bullen McKennish, a.k.a. Cullen Benish. I used to train with Cullen at Open Gym, like way back in the day when I was just a chunky blue belt, and he was one of the top black belts in the area. And those were good times. Like every Tuesday night, 7:30, Open Gym. That's like, those were the days. This was when the identity of tricking was around. It was just like tricks. People just were martial artists that practiced tricks. Anyhow, enough of the history lesson. Let's jump into this video. I don't know if I've seen this mic chat video. I don't recognize this screen, but it looks like it's New England Open. I believe it's 1998. So let's check it out. Ooh, I like that burst. Fancy. So mic chat. What mic chat was? Mic chat represented cleanliness. Everything was very precise. Bam. Precise. Very clean. Great choice of music, Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah. Oh, it's a Cotton Eye Joe Street Fighter remix. The jump splits back tuck. See, back in the day, everybody had they had dramatic pauses. They would take a break. See, take a break. Get the audience to pay attention, and then boom, go. The focus was different. The focus was more on martial mechanics, not so much acrobatic maneuvers. Mic chat was the top. This was about the top of the game. I think beating mic chat was the thing that you had to do at this time period. What was that, the third splits of his form? Bam. I mean, I don't mean to hate on mic chat. I studied mic chat forms like crazy. And mic chat, since then, for those of you guys that are kind of new in the scene, mic chat has been a massive influence on martial arts. He later had his own team, Chatterattabud, which turned into, he started a brand called XMA. A lot of people actually confuse the whole identity of extreme martial arts with his brand XMA because he named it the same thing. And so people think that he created XMA, but he created the brand, not the sport. But anyhow, that just shows you what a big influence he's had on the sport with his XMA brand. He had the Team Revolution or Team XMA. One of those kids was Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner ended up, you guys all know Taylor Lautner, right? If you don't know Taylor Lautner, well, then apparently you don't watch teenage vampire movies. All right, what's up, guys? You still in here? Awesome. I'm gonna unpin you, Colin. That was fun. Cool. I don't know if I've seen the mic chat form. I got another request here for Craig Henningsen or Johnny Liskar. Let's go, Craig. I got a good Craig Henningsen video that I will share. It just comes by Battle of Atlanta. What was it? I think it's 2004. Oh, 2003. All right, I found it. All right, let's watch some Craig Henningsen. So Craig Henningsen comes from the same school as Mike Chat, same lineage. They both trained under Sensei John Sharkey, the guy that runs AKA Warrior Cup. Oh, hold on. We gotta pause the video. We gotta pause it. This is why we gotta pause the video. If you look, this kid right here, see this kid with the camera filming? Yeah, that's me. Yep, that's me. Okay. So, what's awesome about Craig? Oh, Casey Pulse is here. Casey, you're in this video too. Casey Pulse right there, everybody. Legendary Casey. Boom! What's cool about Craig is he had so much extension. Like, he had a lot of dramatic flair, and I really liked that, like, simple move. The one-handed cartwheel with the leg grab thing. Just huge movements. I mean, he was awesome. Like, he was definitely, like, the strongest, like, physically strongest of his division. And this was, like, the 14-year-old division at the time, I think. And since then, Craig has moved on, and now he's busy with the stunt world. He had I think he was in, I don't want to say it, which I could be wrong. I'm not going to say which things he's appeared in, but he's appeared in several significant like superhero TV shows and movies doing stunt work. I think he's dabbled a little bit into acting. I don't follow Craig Henningsen's career too closely, but that's what he's up to these days. Cool. That was fun. I like Craig. What else you guys got for me? Tarek wants to see old school Jacob Wolfman. Hell no. What else we got? Old school Jacob Wolfman is nothing to watch, and hopefully there's no footage anywhere of that. Mickey Lee, love Anthony Atkins. Never seen that one. Love the Swan Dive. Yeah, I gotta stay current with these comments here. Let's just stay current. Ray says ATA, baby. Yeah, okay, but ATA what? Like, give me an ATA form. And come on, Ray. Okay, Andrew's got one. What do we got here, Andrew? I'm gonna pin this comment. For some reason, I gotta pin it in order to access it easily. If you guys are just tuning in, because this is a live stream, people tune in and out. This is Live with Wolfman. Today we are sharing old school forms that inspired us as martial artists to where we are today. So what I need you to do is just tell me, who is your favorite competitor? Just an athlete, a year, a tournament. Even if you don't know the year or tournament, just give me an athlete, and we can find something. We can talk about it. So link it up, and please drop a heart or drop a like at least once. If you haven't done it yet, just at least one time, just drop one thumbs up so it floats across the screen. That'll be awesome, because then more people will see the live video, and that's just kind of how the internet works. Boom. Romeo Gregory's here. Awesome, dude. What's up? Yeah, cool. I got I can dig that emoji. Oh, all right, Andrew Kirkland. I see what form you want. All right, buddy. All right, we'll play it. So we are now into the 2003 era. We're gonna play a phenomenal young potential rock star. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm watching the video before you guys see it. All right, we're watching this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Taylor Lautner. This is before Shark Boy. This is before Twilight, and this is before whatever else he did after Twilight. Dated Taylor Swift. This is before Taylor Swift, guys. Look at that. He's got an 8-pack and he's 8 years old. 1 pack per year of life. All right, Nikki Tarek, I see you. Jake Strickland, Matt Emig, French Open. All right, cool. So Taylor was just a phenomenally strong kid. He's just super strong and super energetic. He had the showmanship. He's just fun to watch. He still had the cuteness factor going on. Oh, snap! Oh, hilarious. I'm seeing people in the background that I'm friends with. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention to the forum. I'm just paying attention to the people in the crowd. So Taylor was super exciting to watch. The kid was like, I don't want to knock any kid, but I guess once enough time has passed, I can be a little more critical of the kid. He wasn't very clean. He was just strong, and he was fast and crazy. But he was super fun to watch. And his bow staff, I think, is better than his open form. But we had a couple requests out here for French Open 5. So we got a Matt Emig. Where's the blue hair? Yeah, Taylor Lautner used to have blue spiky hair for a while. We have some French Open 2005 requests, and one specifically for Matt Emig. So I think that'll be the next thing that we're going to do. If you guys are just tuning in, please tell me your favorite competitor from back in the day, your favorite form, year, tournament, whatever. Also, make sure that you hit the like button. Every time you watch a form and you like it, drop those likes. They'll float across the screen. We're going to watch Matt Emig 2005 French Open. Wait, not 2005. French Open 5, right? Was it 2005? Forgot. 2005. All right, I guess 2005. French Open was a cool tournament. The reason that I really like the French Open is because it wasn't affiliated with NASKA. And on NASKA, when these top competitors competed, they had to be fairly conservative with what they did. They had to be very consistent because points mattered. You had to win, and if you didn't win, you had to score well so that you could win the world title at the end of the year, which meant that you couldn't really expand too far outside your comfort zone. You had to do what you could do 10 out of 10 times. And then there was the French Open. And the French Open was an opportunity for these athletes to come out there, and they had nothing to lose. And they put on a show, and they just stepped their game up, and they took their form, and they just made it super exciting. So we're going to play a Matt Emig 2005 form, and I see a couple options on YouTube right now. We can do an open form, and we can do chucks. So I want to get your guys' opinion. Would you rather see an open form or a chucks form from Matt Emig? So weigh your options. Cast your vote in the comments. There's a little bit of a delay, so I'm not going to see the comments right away. So vote real fast. Open hand or chucks? Open hand or chucks? Open hand or chucks? Open hand or chucks? What do you guys got? Romeo says open hand. We got one for open hand. Ray says open hand. All right, we got 2 for open hand. Any for Chucks? Anybody wanted to see the Chucks? Going. Oh, we got 1 for Chuck, so it's 2 for 1. I'm gonna leave the vote open. 3 more votes. Open hand. Oh, you know what? I think we're gonna have to do open hand. Open hand's winning. All right, open hand. Open hand it is. Let's do it. We're gonna do 2005 Matt Emig. You know what's crazy is like Matt Emig's open hand stuff is just super good. But he really, I mean, he changed the game in Chuck's in the weapons game in such a dramatic way, but yet like his open stuff is phenomenal. It's rare to find a competitor that is so good at open and weapons to this degree. And Matt Emig is I know this because I competed against him. I believe he's 7 days younger than me. So he's 30 years old now. 30 years old, and he's already, like, in my eyes, he's, like, one of the most legendary competitors that the sport has seen. So, enough of me talking. Let's get to the video. Boom. Look at that French flag. Wee wee. Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on. Before we get going, I got some weird sound going on. Stop. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. That was annoying. Psych. All right, let's watch it for real. The power. Oh, this is back when he had that. I think he had that stash. He had what I got going on right now. Super clean, super strong, super powerful. Standing Tirada grab. Bam. Bam. Double 9. Switches directions. All day. Little slip up, but he just goes into splits and keeps moving on. Doesn't matter if you mess up in the French Open. It's just about being awesome and epic. It's just about pulling it out everywhere. And the swing through, that was like very uncommon. Concept of swing through at that time is like very foreign to most people. Cool. Dude, awesome. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, man. Come on. Give me some reactions. This is awesome. Also, I want to see what else you guys got. I'm gonna do one of my own forms here until we get some more votes coming in here. I'm gonna try to give you guys something you haven't seen before. Okay, I got one. So if you guys follow me on Facebook often, you might have seen me post about this guy about a month ago, maybe I don't know, sometime this summer. This guy was. Oh, gotta mute it. Let me warm you up here. While this thing's loading up, let me get my screen going because I know. If you're just tuning in for the first time, what up? You're watching Live with Wolfman. We're talking about old school forms. Drop your favorite forms, the things that inspired you as a competitor. Drop them in the comments, and then we're going to play them on air. We're going to talk about them. It's awesome. So what we're going to watch right now is this competitor that came into NASKA. He came to the Compete Nationals and entered all the divisions that I know of, and I believe he won everything, and then he went home, and he never competed on NASKA again. He's a soft stylist. He was on the Beijing Wushu team. His name is He Jingbi, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's my best guess. And I played a form on my Facebook a little while ago of one of them, so I'm going to play another one of his forms right now. And this is his single broadsword form. He also did a double broadsword form at this tournament, and he did open hand. And I think he even had like a special performance on stage at the finals just because he was like a special guest or something. He just crushed that tournament in every respectable way. Like he was just phenomenal. So let's check him out. He Jingdi, soft style. I don't know what division this is. I don't know. It's just men's weapons, not even the soft style. And we missed the first move because of the shaky camera, but it'll fix itself in a minute. Just listen to the sword. Bam. Bam. Perfect. Doesn't move. You don't see that on NASKA. Just crushes it. Dude was so strong. So freaking strong. Man. I wish he would have had some reason to keep competing in the U.S. because that man was super inspiring, and I feel like he would have attracted a lot more soft stylists to the NASKA game because there's definitely a lack of soft style competitors in the scene today. But I guess it's called North American Sport Karate Association. So what do you expect, right? And yeah. Cool. Today's live stream episode is sponsored by Kickstart. Kickstart Hydrating Boost. If you want some caffeine with not too much sugar, get some Kickstart. All right, what else we got here? Kung Fu. We got a couple. That head roll though. Mickey Lee is a very successful soft style competitor in NASKA. He says that he, Jingdi, still competes on high-level wushu competitions despite being twice as old as his fellow competitors. Yeah, I watched some videos of him recently because I was like, what is up with this guy? And he's just one of those phenomenal people. And I think the fact that he doesn't speak English, we don't know too much about him. He's off in China just crushing it and just lives in a totally different reality than what people, you and I are really all about. So I wish I knew more about that guy. He's just a phenomenal person, or athlete at least. I don't know what kind of person he is, right? All right. So I saw a couple requests for anise. So let's get some anise. You guys want some anise? If you want some anise, give me some loves. Give me some double taps. This isn't Instagram. Give me some likes, reactions. I need some reactions, or you're not getting anise. It's just not gonna happen. I already know which form I'm going to show you guys. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Yeah, keep them coming. That's right. All right. Let's do it. We're going to jump into Anis. Anis did not actively compete on NASKA all the time. He wasn't going for points. He just showed up here and there. I didn't follow his NASKA career that closely. Anis was originally from France, too, so you got to remember that. So I don't know at what point he moved to America. I don't know what the story is. Like, at some point he was in France, and then all of a sudden he was living in the United States. He was training with the Loop Kicks guys up in the Bay Area, and then he's very successful stuntman. But here we are, 2006, before his professional stunt career took off. I really like this form because I believe this is the first time I ever saw a double cork in competition. And yeah, 2006 double corks, that was... Anis at this time was considered hands down like the best tricker in the world. I mean, if you talk about tricking, it was Anis Sherpa. And he could do martial arts, not just the tricks. Super long. Boom, there it was. The double cork in a tournament. Huge. He just has so much airtime. He floats. He floats and he extends everything. And his flash kick, he practically kicks his own face. This is extreme. Yeah. Boom. That was awesome. Yeah. Anis started this trend that everybody... So before Anis, when it came to tricks, everybody thought you had to be tiny to trick. Everybody thought you had to be a short guy in order to somehow do a lot of tricks. And then Anis came along, and he was super tall and lanky. And then everybody was like, oh, well, you have to be lanky and tall in order to do tricks. And then people were like, wait, if short guys can do tricks and tall guys can do tricks, then maybe everybody can. And then that opened up a lot of people's minds. They're like, oh, it's not so much about like how your body's structured. It's more about like learning how to do the tricks and adapting your body type to do the moves. So I think I don't know, just an interesting fact about Anis. That's not really a fact; it's my subjective opinion. What else we got going on here, guys? If you're just tuning in, again, you are watching Live with Wolfman. Today we're talking about old school forms. So link up your favorite forms. You can just tell me the name of the competitor or the year, the tournament, or whatever you want, and I'll just find it on YouTube, and we're going to play it on the air, and we're going to talk about it and share it and have some fun. Cool. So next up, we got a request for Sammy V. Ray Parker says, "You know what I want." Ray, what do you want? You want whip chains? I don't know what you want, Ray. Whip chain's gonna change the world. All right, Sammy Vasquez. Let's do it. I can't do too many more forms. I got to get back and like do some other stuff that's not live streaming, but we'll do a couple more. I know what we're gonna do. Was this the forms? It was. All right, so we're going to go back to 2003. Again, one of my favorite years. And this was Sport Martial Arts kind of... Here, you know what? I'm just going to play it from the top. You can just read what Sport Martial Arts says about this one. Because it wasn't just a regular form. They turned it into something a little bit more. I'll sum it up in case you don't want to read and you just want to listen or whatever. Let's turn the sound on. So basically, at the time, it was Matt Enig versus Sammy Vasquez, and they were just like, Nick Schneider! They were going head-to-head, and so Matt was winning some divisions, Sammy was winning other divisions. I think Sammy won this division. I think. Boom. You never saw anything like that before, where you did a backflip and then the axe aerial and he switches the rotation of a flip. I mean, before this, it was all martial arts, and then they're like, wait, what are these crazy flips coming in? And this was like a big push into tricking. Boom. He's just so fast. He's just like incredibly strong, incredibly fast. And he can stop on a dime. Yeah, he's just like, he's super energized. Boom. Awesome. So that was Sammy. If you guys like Sammy, come on, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. You requested him. You wanted to see him. Oh, Stephen Rennie. What's up? All right, Sammy Vasquez or Stephen Rennie has a request, and anything Stephen Rennie says, I'm fully on board with it. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna do another Sammy Vasquez. He says that the favorite or the best Sammy form was the Leon Open, 2007. Cool. Let's check it out. I'm gonna full screen it. We're gonna do another Sammy back to back. You listening to DJ Wolfman. Wolfman Jake? I don't know. Whatever. Let's do it. Oh, of course it's the best one because it starts with Stephen Rennie. That's why. I'm just kidding. Wow, it's got an intro. Wait, is this just a sampler? I mean, it's fine. Okay, it's just a sampler. But whatever. I don't care. We'll watch tricks. Sorry, yeah, you guys keep watching it. I'm going to see if there's actually a forum from 2007 of him. Okay, cool. I mean, honestly, I watch samplers all day. I'm not knocking a sampler. Not knocking the samplers at all. But I want to keep the focus of this this live stream to forms. So we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna watch this form. I haven't seen this. ...2007 was pretty late in the game for Sammy, so it's probably when he was at his best, honestly. Guy's still a beast to this day. Just doesn't compete. Drop some hearts, drop some likes. Whenever you see something good, drop some reactions. Woo! Is that a Webster full? Is that what you call it? Swing through axe Webster full. It was a Sammy original, as far as I'm concerned. That's it. All right. Swing through. A real side swipe. Boom. Creativity, mixing it up. Oh, I like that. The fake out, switching it up he's not being ordinary. He's keeping you on your toes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, dude beasted out. I mean, obviously he's going to beast out. We knew that was going to happen. That was cool. I like it. Cool, guys. Thank you, Steven. Steven Rennie, I heard rumors that you were, like, living life in Thailand or something right now, so that's awesome, man. Look for his Grams form. All right. Fine, dude. We'll watch one more Sammy Vasquez form, because why not? We can watch Sammy V all day. Sorry, it's a live stream. I'm just trying to, like, do this on the fly. If I can't find it in, like, 3 seconds, I'm just going to move on. And it's been 3 seconds. And I don't see... I see a sampler, I see the form I just showed you, and then it goes into French Open. So, I don't know where his Grants form is. If you could link it... Oh, that was it. Oh, okay. Sorry, this is a delay. Yeah, the form was on fire. It was awesome. Cool. Let's do 2 more forms. 2 more forms, and then I gotta call it a day. Cool? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do a personal one. This is from my world. I'm going to show you guys a Mike Welch form. 2003 open hand, not bow stab. Mike Welch was known for bow staff. The cool thing about Mike Welch, other than the fact that he was one of my instructors, that's like that's my roots, where Mike Welch is from. The cool thing about Mike Welch is that he still is 2003, and in 2017 he's still an active competitor, and he's still like on fire. I think he's even arguably better in a lot of ways in 2017 than he was in 2003. But here we go. Anyhow, we're going to show you a 2003 Mike Welch. This was at Ocean State Grand Nationals. There was a short period of time in 2003 where he was not only winning bow staff, but he was actually winning in open hand forms. What I like about Mike Welch is that the guy, he has that blend of, like, he can trick and stuff, but he also really resorts to solid mechanics and solid basics and just, like, pure strength and skill. All right, enough. Let's watch. Cool. I love his noises. This is the short period of time where he was on Team DS, Team Daniel Sterling. Boom. 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 Inverted jackknife? What do you call that? Side swipe knife? Swipe knife? I didn't have a name for it back then. A little bit of wushu. He's just super clean and super strong. Little slip up. But it was the only open form I could find at the time. I just did that because I wanted to show Mike Welch form. Why not? So if you guys got any more forms, We can do like one more. I think, yeah, respect to him and Team Infinity. Team Infinity, like Mike Welch is the guy that created Team Infinity, and you all know Team Infinity at this point. It's a nationally recognized team, and it started out with just one martial arts school. And that one martial arts school grew to several other schools, and they all became Infinity schools, and then Team Infinity grew from there. And then after that, once they started winning on stage and getting recognized, then other competitors came about, and they wanted to be part of it, and now it's a lot bigger crew. And now they're going on year 3 of running the Infinity Nationals. So Mike Welch took it to running a school, running a team, running multiple schools, running a national team, running a national tournament. And he's still an active competitor today. He's still killing it today. Another cool little fact, because I know a lot of people are all about Hyper on my feed. Mike Welch teamed up with Hyper this year, and we created the Hyper demo team program. We shot that earlier this year. That was super cool. So I'm going to do one more, and I'm doing Wally. Wally gets what Wally wants. Wally Faulkner is the guy behind Black and Blue Video. He is the reason why we're able to watch a ton of these videos today, because he spent a good part of his life actually filming these things. So we have him to thank for this stuff. And he requests Carmichael Simon, 1995 Bluegrass. For those of you that are new to the sport, Carmichael Simon is one of the 3, in my opinion, the 3 pioneers. There was Mike Chat, John Valera, Carmichael Simon. They were like the top 3 dogs that like made a huge impact. There were others, of course. There was Kim Doe. There's David Douglas. There's a lot of other people, depending on the year and time and stuff. But those were like, in my opinion, top 3 that had a lot of like very unique, strong qualities about them. What Carmichael Simon did is he really pushed forward the envelope of what today is called tricking, and he just he was a showman. He did his forms so that it impressed an audience, and that was more important to him than necessarily winning the tournament per se. That roughly speaking, he was a showman. All right, so we're gonna jump back in time to '95. All right, let's get this thing up and rolling. I need some hearts. I need some reactions. Get some energy. If you guys know who Carmichael Simon is, drop the likes, drop the loves. Let's do it. This is back when you had the hair. Everybody had the hair back. This is the 90s. Every karate guy had hair like this. The dramatic build-up. Still got the dramatic build-up today, right? It was even more dramatic back then. You had to wait for the music, because you couldn't... Everybody has the same, like, EDM, trap, whatever music, this same beat thing. This is a different flair back then. It's a different tempo. Bam! Huge kick. Huge air. Huge kick. And here comes the combo. Boom. Boom. That was like the longest, right there, I think the longest combo in history at the time. People were just like, wait, you can put all of those tricks together, back to back? Like, that's allowed? That's possible? Yep. Bam. Clean kick. That could have been a magazine right there. With the forward roll. Steve Trotto would bring the forward roll back about 10 years later. I mean... Forward roll never died, but it's just what I think of. Awesome. Drop some likes. Look at the crowd's going crazy. Sweet. All right, guys, I think that's probably going to wrap it up today. This is, what did Wally say? This is when the game changed. Yeah, this is when the game changed. This is when it went from being a martial arts competition into something a little bit more. This is when you were trying to outdo the next competitor by doing more advanced moves instead of just doing the traditional moves better. This is when you're like, this is when tricks became a concept. You took martial arts and you made tricks out of them. And then somebody would come to a tournament with one trick, and then the next person would come to a tournament with another trick. Another person would have 2 tricks together, and the evolution. And this was a big turning point. This form, this era. So cool little history lesson for you. Definitely inspiring. If it's not inspiring to you, or if it's not inspiring to your instructor, it's inspiring to your instructor's instructor at this point. I mean, a lot of time has passed. One of the founding fathers of modern day tricking. Yep. 720 was here. Anthony Atkins was amazing as well, no doubt. Wally, I don't know if you were tuned in, but we played an Anthony Atkins form a little while ago. But that's going to conclude today's episode of Live with Wolfman. I hope you guys had a fun time. I had a lot of fun. I hope to do this again. If you guys appreciated this video, then please leave a like, leave a comment. If you have any recommendations for what I could be doing in the future with this, like you can even send me a private message. If you really like this, you stuck all the way through, give me a pound, like a fist emoji. Just drop it in the comments. I would be amazed if somebody has sat through here, because we've been live streaming for a solid hour now, and I got to get back to work. Woo! Look at all the hireds. I love them. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks, Steven. That was awesome. Mickey Lee, Wally, a bunch of legends in the chat. It's so cool. So funny. I'm so old. You said old school. I wasn't thinking tricking at all. Well, Ken Swan, here's the rule. A video or it didn't happen. I don't remember life before YouTube. So, I mean, it's hard to talk about the old school stuff if I don't have a video of it, you know. Plus, yeah, old school definitely has a different meaning for everybody, right? Like, an old school to a kid competing today is like people that competed in 2012, you know. So it's just a subjective thing, just to get us talking about the history. Anyhow, I am going to get out of here. If you guys did like this and you think other people are going to like it, hit the share button, right? Like, share it so that it pops up on the feed, and then other karate people, because I think people get a kick out of watching this stuff. That's it. I am ending this feed. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm out. See ya.